Well, yeah, Rick, Council President Marcus Winkler heard several motions tonight. Some were denied, while others will be taken up as they arise during the trial. But two remain outstanding, including whether the findings of the Metro Ethics Commission should be included in the trial. In just 5 days, Louisville Metro Councilman Anthony Piagentini will go on trial in front of a jury made up of his fellow council members. In November, the council's charging committee recommended Piagentini be removed from his position, listing 8 violations of alleged misconduct. In their pretrial motions, Piagentini's attorneys asked to be able to question all of the charging committee's members, including those who were not on the council at the time of Piagentini's alleged misconduct. That's something Council President Marcus Winkler will have to decide before the trial begins.
The inclination is to allow questioning of the existing members of council insofar as it's relevant to the questions that are before us.
But Piagentini's attorneys argue all of their testimony is relevant to make sure the councilman gets a fair trial.
Whether or not they were here at the time, they actually rendered a decision and put it in public and stated affirmatively he's guilty and he needs to be removed, and we believe we have the right to probe how they got to that point.
The charging committee's attorney, Kent Wicker, argued they will get a chance to see how they arrived at those violations when the evidence is laid out in the trial. He related the charging committee's complaint to a criminal indictment.
It's just like an indictment or a complaint in a civil case. It's just the document that gets us started. Then I have the burden of putting on evidence. And all the evidence that I put on, he can confront and he can challenge and cross-examine.
One piece of evidence Piagentini's attorneys don't want included is the Metro Ethics Commission's findings, which found him guilty of 6 ethics violations and recommended his removal from office.
Why go through a hearing if we're already going to adopt what has already been found by another body?
I don't think they're required to follow it. I would not tell them that they're required to follow it, but they're allowed to hear it, and they should be allowed to hear it.
Council President Marcus Winkler expects to rule on those and all other outstanding motions by Saturday. There are still 2 motions to dismiss, which will be taken up before opening statements when the trial gets underway on Monday. Reporting live in studio, Drew Gardner, WLKY News.